Hi everyone, it's Gary here from Echidna. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Echidna Hooping Station to hoop up one of the incredible little EB buddies. Really difficult if you don't have one of these guys. Now, what I'm going to do is use a standard hoop off one of the brother machines. It's off a standard single needle machine. You can also use the hoops for the commercial machines, but in this instance I'm going to use this guy. So take the outer ring of the hoop, which is the part that attaches to the machine, and position it on your hooping station like this. Now the hooping station's got a really tacky sort of rubber on it. It won't slide around, but we also use the magnets to hold that hoop in position. And the beauty of this hoop is I can put these magnets down here like this. Now that hoop won't move anywhere. We also need to put some stabilizer down. On an EB I'm using like a see-through cutaway, so you do need to use a cutaway. And the beauty thing about this is I can actually use magnets to hold the cutaway in place, and you can see that's not going to go anywhere. I could put another couple of magnets down here if I like. So that's all in place. I should point out too, make sure you loosen the hoop off so that there's loads of space when you're putting the inner ring back in. We just take the EB apart, take his head pod out. Don't forget that, it's a bit hard to do if you don't take both the pods out. And now we just take this guy and we slide him over the hoop station. Just be careful not to upset the magnets. They're pretty strong, they won't move easily, but you know, if you're a bit forceful you can move it. So you've just got to position this guy into place and pull his belly down like that. It's kind of a bit unceremonious, but I'm sure he doesn't feel it. And so once we've got that in position, you just feel with your fingers, feel for where the hoop is. Now I can sort of tell that's where my hoop is right there. So I make sure that nothing is caught back in underneath the EB, and I've got a pretty good feel for the position. I then take my inner ring and I just gently pull this around and position the hoop. I can feel where it's supposed to be. Hopefully you can see through my hands. Now this is one of the rare occasions where I say it's quite okay to stretch the product you're hooping. So I'm kind of in position there. And there it is, and you feel for it, and then you just push that hoop into place. So I've got him in there, it's hooped really nicely. Now here's the thing, once you've got that in place, you've just got to make sure you do a bit of a magnet check. Take the magnets away, we don't need them anymore. You don't want to leave a magnet caught in what you've just hooped, so make sure you do that, and then you can just gently lift this guy and slide him off. Now remember, I had a couple of magnets at the top as well. There's one, and the other one is actually sitting in here. So always do a magnet count, because you don't want to give this to a child and make sure there's a magnet with a magnet left in there. So make sure you've counted all your magnets out. And as you can see, that guy is now hooped perfectly. Pretty easy. Look at the back there, all hooped up. I've caught the stabilizer, and now you're ready to go to your machine. It is the best and easiest way to hoop up an EB character, I can assure you. If you haven't got one, you definitely should have one, certainly if you're doing these guys. So I hope that helps.